Now, without further ado, this is the curious incident of the dog in the night.
Exterior, Middle Street, night. A chicken wire fence surrounds the crime scene. A plethora of animals look on to try and see what happened. Up walks Detective Bullet, a 10-year-old black lab mix, and his partner, Roy Bumble, AKA B, on account of the fact that he is an actual bee. Bullet chews on a dried bull's penis, a habit he just can't kick. B checks to make sure his stinger is sharp.
So, you still retiring at the end of the week, partner? Yeah. I'm too old for this shit. You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
They finally arrive at the crime scene. A chipmunk, dressed in police uniform, is standing over a dead black cat's body. The chipmunk is scribbling something down in his notepad.
So, what do we got here?
Chipmunk looks up.
Pretty simple. Looks like a hit and run. There ain't nothing simple about a hit and run. Who's the victim? It's no ID on her collar, but she was microchipped. So we're gonna get it removed and see if she's in the database. Did anyone see anything? If they did, no one's talking. But where are the skid marks? What? %90 of hit driver break or swerves, leaving skid marks on the road, and there are no skid marks here.
Bullet sniffs the air.
What is it, partner? You got a scent?
Bullet kneels down and slowly sniffs the body. He stops when he reaches the cat's mouth. He notices some foam and raises his paw.
Swab.
Bullet swabs the cat's mouth and puts it in a doggy poop bag, then hands it over to Officer Chipmunk.
Analyze this. Take it to the vet.
Bullet and B walk away.
What are you thinking, partner? I don't know right now, but I don't think this was a hit and run.
B looks up to the nearby tree.
Hey, hey.
He stops Bullet and points to a branch.
You see that?
Bullet sees the empty nest that B is pointing to.
I bet if we find out who's in that nest, we'll find ourselves some witnesses.
Interior, precinct, day. Bullet and B sit at their desks.
So our victim's name is Midnight. She's registered to a family in Atwater Village. So what was she doing 5 blocks away in Glendale? I don't know. It says she got fostered 2 weeks ago. Maybe she's heading back to the shelter to see someone. We should go down to that shelter and see if anybody knows anything.
B's phone rings.
Hello, B. Uh-huh. All right, we'll be right down.
B hangs up.
The vet has the results on the toxicology. You're gonna wanna hear this.
Interior, vet hospital, day. Midnight lays on a metal table, and Furball, a hamster in a lab coat, examines the body. Bullet and B stand adjacent to her.
Now, there were some light fractures, but nothing consistent with that of a car. I think the tire tracks were done on the body post-mortem.
She grabs the doggy bag.
Now, here's where it gets interesting. Your hunch was right. I tested the swab you gave me and it came back positive for catnip and rat poison. Are you telling me that the cat was a junkie? Can't say for sure. But the nip was injected in the last 24 hours. Someone must have given us some bad stuff. It's an easy way to get rid of someone. All you have to do is slip a little rat poison in their nip, and no one will ever trace it back to you. That poor cat, she had no idea she was about to get stung. She never saw it coming.
Just then, in walks Moonlight, a sexy, slender Palomino cat wearing a trench coat. A cloud of smoke designs her silhouette. She glides through the room effortlessly. She's trouble, the kind of trouble you hear about and never see. She stops, perfectly poised.
Hello. Who are you? The name's Moonlight. Midnight was my sister. I'm here to identify the body.
She makes her way over to the table. When she sees Midnight's face, she puts her paw over her mouth and gasps.
That's her. You seem upset. You couldn't have known her for more than 2 weeks. That's true, but when you share the same litter box, you get close, you know? You wouldn't happen to know why she left that night, would you? I'm afraid it might have been because of something that I said. How so? We were fighting that night over a red dot laser. I could smell the catnip on her breath. She said I was lying, but you can't trust a pussy that comes from a rescue. A place like that'll change you. You do what you have to do to survive in there, believe me. I know. Yeah? Well, what'd you say to her? I told her that if she didn't get clean, I would make it look like she clawed an expensive piece of furniture and get her kicked out of the house. Please, don't judge me. I have a family to look after and owners to protect. Don't you worry, Dane. We're gonna find out who did this to your sister. What do you mean, who did this? After all, I thought it was an accident. Turns out that it was a homicide. Somebody killed your foster sister. Do you know anybody who had a vendetta on her? Somebody maybe from her past. Anyone at all, anyone you can think of. No. She never talked about her past all that much. Well, if you hear anything, please give us a buzz.
He takes his card and goes to walk off.
Sorry I couldn't be of more help to you both. I still just can't believe that she was poisoned with rat poison.
Bullet and B look at each other.
Wait a minute. Who said anything about rat poison?
Dun, dun, dun.
The end. Thank you.
Yay!